boom coming in hot on a Monday. What's up, Chinch? How we doing, brother?
Good. We got a boom over the weekend from a young Mr. Jake Casey in the Cape Cod League, did we not?
Let's go, baby. I went up there to see him on Friday because they had dude, it was total bummer. They had a workout at Fenway, the whole Cape League, which is so cool. A lot of scouts there, but a lot of parents too. I mean, who wouldn't want to see their kid take BP at Fenway Park? So, I mean, parents, there was this one group of parents, I don't know who the kid was, but it must have been group of parents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters. This kid went up to take BP. They cheered. They started cheering. It was incredible. And then he came out of the cage and was like, yeah. You know, it's just a cool thing.
Yeah.
So I was waiting all day, dude. I'm sitting with Peter Gammons, Jared Saltalamacchia, Sarah McKenna with the Red Sox. So, and my just saw my buddy Angel, who was the security guard. Every time I went in, I used to live right next to Fenway when I played there. Yeah. And I used to walk to work, dude. So the entrance I would come in, my buddy Angel would be there, and it was so good. It's like one of those moments where you're like, I couldn't believe Angel was still there.
Right.
So like I was like, he was gonna sign me in, and he looks up. I look up. I'm like, Angel. He's like, Case. I'm like, dude, what's up?
It's like the bus driver in Forrest Gump was there for like 75 years. This doesn't look the exact same.
Yes, swear to God. I gave him the biggest hug. He gave me a huge hug. It was good to see him. So it was great to see people. So I was there for like 4 hours, and we did the show, dude. We did the show.
Right.
And then Jake got there like around 2. Orleans was going to hit at 2 o'clock. Everyone had been hitting since like 10. So they were the last team to go because they were going to play in this game. And dude, the rains came.
No.
And they banged it, dude. They're the only group that didn't hit on the, it was a total buzzkill, dude. So the only team that didn't hit.
We got to talk to PR. They got to get back there and take BP one day.
And I was,
just as a team.
At the end of the day, the grounds crew at Boston, let's clean that up. Let's put the tarp on. You could tell they wanted to go home, too. They're like, you know what? We don't want to do this game. We really don't want to be here. Yeah, they thought that
there was an off day, so they were pissed.
It was tired, bro. At the end of the day. Sorry. That's how I feel.
But you said now, so Jake, in a more positive note, he goes deep. He now has the exact same amount of Cape Cod home runs as you.
As I did, yeah. Dude, I played in Cape. In 94, hit 1 bomb. He has 3 at-bats. He just went deep. So I'm like, let's go. So it's cool, man. Dude, you know, Chinch, at those Cape Cod League games, bro, the fields are still kind of high schoolish.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's really cool. They've kept the integrity of, like, they don't have these big fields. Right. They still have the hills for fans. Like, I was at Hyannis for game 1.
Yeah, like the Ripken Little League fields are probably nicer than some of these.
They definitely are. They definitely are, man. So it was kind of cool. Like, it's just a good vibe.
Yeah.
That Summer Catch movie kind of does a good job of the feel of what the Cape is. So it was just cool, man. It was great to be up there. It was a proud moment to see him out there on the field.
I can't believe it. Oh, my God. I can't believe they rained out his BP.
Oh, dude, total bummer. And like I said, man, total bummer. Now, you know, I'm like, oh, well, you know, maybe you'll get, next time you'll be at Fenway's in the big leagues.
Imagine. That'll be great. That's a great story. We can. First of all, when he gets to the big leagues, the first show he's going on is our show. Just saying that.
Exactly.
Hey, it's, before we get into a couple other stats, you're talking about, you mentioned how you guys both have 1 home run on Cape Cod League. I pulled up your stats, dude. Can we play a quick stat game with you again?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Because then this will segue us into McCutchen getting his 2,000th hit. But all right, can you name the pitcher you had the most hits off of in your career?
Oh wow, this is
fun. I got good stuff here.
Hang on, I think I got a good guess here.
Okay.
John Lieber?
Correct.
Oh, let's go, baby. Yes.
Correct.
Are you serious?
Yes. John Lieber, you had 20 hits against. Next one was Levon with 16, and then Woody Williams and A.J. Burnett. Dude, that's a tough.
Dude, A.J. Burnett, for whatever reason, I owned A.J. Burnett. Not owned him, but I think I hit 400, 500 off him?
Yeah, I mean, you were 15 for 29, dude.
Oh yeah, 500 off him, dude.
517.
I remember getting a pitch from A.J. Burnett when he was with the Marlins, and this is one of the first guys we saw. He was throwing 100, 101.
All over the field.
Bro, with some buzzsaw 2-seam action, dude, like legit sinking. I remember he threw me a pitch one time in Cincy. It was like 100 miles an hour sinking. I pulled it off the ground. It was like 3 inches off the ground. I hit a liner right by his shins.
What?
Whoa, up the middle. And I remember getting to first base, and Dave Collins, our first base coach, goes, how'd you hit that? I go,
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I just put the bat on. But for whatever reason, and I remember too, when I was with Boston in 2008, Burnett was with the Blue Jays, and Tito must have looked at the numbers, and he's like, "Hey, you're starting tomorrow, AJ Burnett." I'm like, and he's like, "You're hitting like 500 off," and the first at bat, dude, bam, double off the wall.
What?
But it wasn't comfortable. It wasn't like
he looked like one of the most uncomfortable.
I hit 333 off Randy Johnson. None of those at bats were comfortable.
No,
it wasn't like, oh yeah, like AJ Burnett. Like I don't know how I hit 500 off AJ Burnett with 30 at bats, but like. He was nasty.
Yeah, and especially he didn't know where the strike zone was for the first half of his career. Like he had no idea where the ball was going.
Yeah, you were like, it wasn't like, hey, he's going to split the play. The ball was kind of all over the place. So that's cool. John Lee, should you say John Lieber, Levon Harris, and also, dude, Jose Lima.
Dude, we'll get to Lima.
Okay,
we'll get to Lima.
Okay.
In
when he got traded from the National League, I cried.
I could tell from some of these. Okay, most doubles against.
Most doubles.
You hit 300 on a dot against this guy.
Kerry Wood? No, not Kerry Wood.
No.
Hang on. I think I got it. Jimmy Haynes?
No. This guy's often compared to a Disney character, I believe.
Frick. Who?
Woody Williams.
Oh, Woody Williams.
7.
No way, dude.
7 doubles. And then you had 6 off Doug Davis and 6 off Dustin Hermanston.
Doug Davis and Steph Davis. There's Doug Davis and Dustin Hermanston. Interesting. Dude, I used to love. No. Woody Williams. I had one bomb off Woody Williams, right?
Woody. You had one bomb.
Okay, I remember this, dude. He used to dominate me with the cutter. He had an incredible cutter.
He was tough.
So this one time, dude, I did like what Pete Rose says. He goes, "Hey, listen, if Pete Rose just say, if you're struggling, move up, move back, move off the plate, and like he would say that because he's like, don't change your swing, like a sniper. A sniper comes up and he does, he does all his shooting and everything, and if he shoots and he just misses, he doesn't change the rifle, right? He doesn't change his sharp shooting, gun. What he does is he might raise his sights, lower his sights. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with a hitter. Like if you're not hitting great and you feel like your swing is good, don't just change your swing. Change where you are in the box sometimes. Up, back. That's what Pete Rose used to say. So, dude, never forget, Woody Williams is crushing me with that cutter. A cutter is a pitch from a right hander that comes in on the hands of a lefty. It's like a slider, but it's a fastball speed. And Woody would throw like an 86-mile-an-hour cutter and blow my bat up every time. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So, I think it was 03. I backed off the plate, dude. It was 02 or 03. Backed off the plate. I'm like, here comes that cutter. And he throws me a cutter, dude. And the replay is like, I literally pull my hands and I'm almost over here. And I end up hitting a bomb to right center. And I remember when he comes out to the next day at batting practice, he's like, bro. He's like, how'd you hit that ball? And I'm like, I didn't tell him what I did, but I was like, dude, I just saw it, I saw it a little better, and because it was not a good pitch to hit. Wow. It was like, but I got off the plate, so the cutter ended up being like a good pitch to hit. Right down but it turns out it was inside, but I made it right down the middle.
That's so cool. All right, now we get to Lima time. 5 home runs. You didn't have more than 2 home runs against anybody else. A couple big guys there. Tom Glavine, you had 2 homers off, but Jose Lima, 360 with 5 bombs, dude. 9 for 25.
Dude, I don't know, whatever. Lima used to throw that change up, and I got him a few times. And I just remember, I think the reason I got Lima, which I love Jose Lima, God rest his soul, passed away a few years ago. Great guy. I remember one time in Houston, dude, early on, he punched me out, I think in 99, and he did the Lima time slide off, and I was like, that's it. I'm like, that's not happening again. And I remember hitting a homer off him, and I remember rounding first base, and I'm like, it's Lima time. It's Lima time.
That's so good. Do you know who you had the most walks off of? We'll do 2 more.
All right, most walks.
This guy was an absolute stud for a while. I mean, maybe like, I would call him like Smoltz-like for part of his career.
Whoa. Who did he play for? What team?
Giants.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Jason Schmidt.
Oh, Jason Schmidt had some nasty stuff.
8 walks.
8 walks. All right, let's go. He was nasty.
Yeah. All right, last one. Who struck you out the most?
Kerry Wood?
No question. 9er.
Kerry Wood punched me out 9 times. Yeah,
9 times.
Dude, I faced him a lot.
Wade Miller punched you out 8 times, but you hit 351 off of him.
Well, he was nasty too. Wade Miller was nasty.
Yeah. Anyway.
9 times. Dude, Kerry Wood. I faced Kerry Wood when he was 18 years old in Williamsport. This is the first time I've ever seen 100.
Oh, my God.
I got a hit off him. He blew my bat into 48 pieces, but it fell in. And I just remember being like, wow, that is different.
Dude, I saw some stat. I saw some stat the other day where, like, the fastest pitch Nolan Ryan ever got tracked at was, like, 100.4 or something like that. They tried to they did some sort of translation to what that would look.
Yeah, it's 107.
107? Yeah. 107. How about that?
So have you seen that documentary called Fastball?
No, not yet.
Dude, you got to see it. You got to go see it tonight. You got to take time. Everyone has to go see it. It's called Fastball. Thomas Tull did it.
That's the one you tell me.
The head of Legendary Pictures. They went and took what would the Walter Johnson fastball
108.1 for Nolan.
Okay, so
Feller 107.6.
107. Yeah, isn't that incredible? So they're like equating. Dude, and I also think there's something about the guns nowadays, dude. I don't know if it's coming right out of the hand, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's throwing 98, 90, 100. Like, there was guys that people were like, well, they weren't throwing that hard. They were. Guys were throwing, like I just said, Kerry Wood, something. AJ Burnett,
Clemens.
Billy Wagner, Randy Johnson. I'll name 6, 7 guys that we know were throwing 100 miles an hour back then, 100 some miles an hour. And you know what I mean? Like, guys were throwing hard. They've always been throwing hard. J.R. Richard for the Astros, he's on there too. Like, throwing just. I remember Ken Griffey Sr. With the big red machine, I go, Senior, tell me who the nastiest guy you ever faced was. He goes, J.R. Richard.
Wow.
He goes, nastiest stuff you've ever seen. Like, that's cool. Kidding me? And then he got hurt. But, some of these dudes were savages.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's stay statistical and let's stay in Pittsburgh because we're ever since we started giving love to the Pirates, they've been playing well. I'm kidding.
Dude, they're in first place still. They're a game up on the Brewers. Let's go.
Now, how about this? Andrew McCutchen. 2,000 hits, dude.
Bro,
very emotional.
Let me take you back, brother. Let me take you back, Chinch. 2006 spring training. Just got traded to the Buccos. Excited to be there. For reasons that it was my dream coming true for me playing for the Pirates at spring training. We go out there like first day of big league camp. There's this like wiry dude. He's like, he's probably $175 with a bag of nickels in his pocket. So
and his hair probably weighed 7 pounds back then. That's when he had.
Dude, he had
amazing.
No,
he was clean
short,
first.
No, tight hair. Oh yeah. Short hair, bro. Short hair.
Wow.
And gets in there. Like I said, just starts hitting rockets to left center. I'm like, and I remember going, "Hey, who's this? Mm-hmm. Who's this guy?" Oh, they're like, "Oh, that's Andrew McCutchen, first round pick last year. They brought him to big league camp." And I'm like, whoa. That's going to be special, and then, so that was 06. He ended up getting called up in 09, I think. But anyway, it was kind of cool to see his career start. Like, I was there when he was 18 years old.
Yeah.
And here we are 2,000 hits later. And he made a point the other day that, Derek Shelton did a cool thing saying it's great to see history. And he gave McCutchen the ball in the clubhouse. And then Kutch talked a little bit. And he was like, man, when I first came up, I thought I was definitely getting 3,000. He goes, but that's like the overconfident young kid. But you don't realize how hard it is.
That's what I was going to get up to.
It's so freaking hard, dude. Like you have to stay healthy. Mm-hmm. You have to have good year after good year after good year to play. Remember the stats. 5% of the people drafted make it to the big leagues. So that means 95% don't play a day in the big leagues. Of those 5%, 17% played 10 years or more. Mm-hmm. So to get to 2,000 hits, I think there's only 280 people that have ever done it. In the big league history, and that's with 19,000 people playing the game, pitchers and hitters. So, dude, 2,000 hits is a big deal, and I think he appreciated it too because he was saying, I didn't realize how tough it was going to be to get to 2,000 hits with some of the injuries he had, the ups and the downs, ACL tears and stuff like that. So, good for McCutchen, man. I had 1,500, I believe, 21 hits or 1,551 hits, something like that. Mm-hmm. And I look back at my 1,500 hit. I got it off Aaron Harang in Cincinnati when I was with the Red Sox. And when it fell, isn't that funny, dude? I got my 1,500 hit in Cincy.
That's amazing.
The Red Sox. Incredible.
That's amazing.
So, when I got there, I remember getting to first base and I'm like, and I knew it was my last year in my mind. I'm like, I'm done after this year. And I'm like, that was like, it was incredibly hard to get to 1,500 hits.
I know. It's crazy.
So,
that's why I get annoyed.
It's a big deal.
I get annoyed because everybody says Derek Jeter was overrated. People that say Derek Jeter was overrated, he had 3,465 hits, dude. His 162 game average is 204 hits. That he was one of the best hitters ever, even though he didn't pull the ball, he went the other way. Dude, not that good. Give me a break, dude. Unbelievable, that statistic.
You're so right, Chinch. Like I got the chills you saying that because it fires me up too. Like, let's think about that for a second. If I'm doing the math correctly, 200, that would be 200. So that'd be 17 years he had to go with 200 plus hits. That's the 3,400 hits, right?
Yes.
Right. So
yes.
So that's 200 hits a year for 17 years and then a couple more. Because I always think about Pete Rose. Pete Rose had 24,236 hits.
Yeah.
He had to go 21 years in a row with 200 plus hits. Do you know how hard it is to get 200 hits, Chinch?
Yes, it's unbelievable.
Like, dude, my biggest year ever was 1999. I had 197
197.
hits. It felt like I was getting 3 hits a night.
It's crazy.
These guys that are getting average to get to 3,000
hits
is ridiculous.
You had 197 hits and you hit 332. It took you had to go hit 332 to get 197 hits.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yes.
So these guys, Derek Jeter, bro, I don't care what anyone said. This guy's one of the best hitters in the history of the game. Just the way Jeter did it. You know, he was right center, left center. The way he did in the postseason, Mr. November. You know, just the way Derek Jeter, we got to look at his, and then having his 3,000 hit be a home run. You kidding me? Like, to do what he did with the Yankees year in and year out. And you can go back to even when A-Rod said, if he wasn't a Yankee, he wouldn't be close to me. That's not true, man. This guy could hit. He would have been Derek Jeter wherever he was. Now, that it was with the Yankees, obviously, his legendary status goes up big time. But you're right, man. Derek Jeter is one of the greatest hitters of all time. To get to 3,400 hits, we're talking about McCutchen here getting to 2,000.
Right.
But Jeter to get to that many hits, dude, is absolutely incredible. And, you know, we were looking at greatness when you were watching him every day.
2014, his last year, he was 40 years old, 149 hits at 40 years old.
Yeah. Dude. And what did he do? He had a walk-off hit.
Oh, my God.
Last at Yankee Stadium. I mean, how storybook's that? Walk-off hit. Derek Jeter, we'll see you later, dude. One of the best ever. Let's just walk it off at Yankee Stadium.
That's great Michael K. Line at the end of that. He goes, Derek Jeter, where fantasy is reality.
That's awesome.
Because it's true. Everything he did turned to gold. Anyway, but we give props to McCutchen. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for 2000. And hey, good for the Buccos, man. Keep grinding out there, guys. This is great. It's great for the game.
It really is great for the game to see the Buccos and to see the Marlins. You know, the Marlins, they're up in the power rankings.
Orioles.
They're up to 11, right? The Orioles, exactly. The Rays. These are all mid-market. How about the Redlegs coming up? The Reds are coming.
Yeah,
dude. It's starting. You know, there's some teams that are now sitting there going, the Pirates are in first. The Brewers are sitting there. The Reds are coming.
Yeah.
Miami's 3.5 back of Atlanta. Who would have thought that in the East? The Diamondbacks are first in the West by 3.5 games.
Yes, sir.
The Diamondbacks are 40-25, dude. Corbin Carroll turns out we got a superstar in our hands. The guy's 5'8", hitting bullets.
How cool is that?
Everywhere. That's so cool. Tampa and Baltimore in the East. Minnesota, well, the Central, AL Central, they're grinding no matter what. But look at Texas down there in the West. Who'd have thought Texas would be in first place? And don't sleep on them. The Angels sitting at 36-31, 6.5 games out. Really quick, I just want to give a shout out to my man Brandon Geyer, one of our guys on. Dude, the Angels hired him as their mental strength coach, mental performance coach. Angels are 36-31. I want to give him some props there.
Nice.
Also want to give him some props too. Virginia Cavaliers, baby. He's their mental strength coach. Guess where they're heading? To Omaha, baby.
Wow.
To Omaha. That's his alma mater. But dude, you know, the mental part of the game is the biggest part. To have guys in your corner like Brandon Geyer, let's go. So tune into that episode if you can too. Go back.
Go back and listen to it. It was a great one.
Yeah, maybe we'll put that out this week or something.
Yeah, let's do that. He's got a pocket. He's most beautiful sounding studio that we've had on our air. He's got that nice little studio.
Yeah, he has a great program called Major League Mindset, and he's really doing well with that too. So you know. Love it, man.
Handsome fella, too. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, really good-looking guy. Jack Diesel. So tune in and maybe see, I've seen him with his shirt off. He's Jack.
Yeah. All right. So we've said it all, man. There's a lot going on this week in the league. You got a bunch of good matchups, whatever. What do you got? You got a lot of stuff. Did you do your show last night? your thing.
Oh yeah, Breakthrough Pro, dude. Last night we talked about grit, number 5, and it was great, man. It was
nice.
It was incredible. I thought.
When are we breaking the arrows out? I need video.
You know what? I think I haven't told anybody yet, but I think maybe next week.
Ooh.
Because next week's action week. The gaps, grit, action, process. And service are the last couple weeks. So
nice.
Maybe some action we hit to break the arrows next week.
Dude, have Saros be on the side recording you on the side doing it. I got to see this again. It's my favorite thing you do. Anyway, all right, great. All right, great way to start the week. Start it with grit.
Love it, dude. Yeah, little grit, man. Let's go. Let's get after it. But Chinchy, man, love you, brother. This is a great conversation. We didn't know where we were going. We went in some good directions. So it was a lot of fun. Hope everyone enjoyed today. Thanks for tuning in and listening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. See you, brother.